Hey everybody, just wanted to stop by and see how everyone's doing. Just want to talk about a couple things. I know I haven't been in the games in a while. I actually haven't been doing much gaming at all. I haven't been able to do anything in the room where I normally stream. I may not be able to till like October or November. I'm working on the possibility of a temporary other place. The other thing I want to talk about is, y'all know I struggle mentally, and this past week I had a full-blown PTSD episode at the house. I'm not gonna go into details, but it was bad enough that I admitted myself to the hospital, mostly because it was the only way I could see a psychiatrist. And because my meds weren't working, the therapy's not really helping long term. Hell, sometimes it doesn't even help for a day or so. So the only way I could, because I've been waiting for over 2 months to see my psychiatrist from the VA to have my meds changed. I actually changed them myself. I doubled my own dosage. It's still below the max. And I had a friend keep an eye on me to make sure everything was copacetic as far as side effects and stuff. And it got to where I was forgetting to take it again. Basically, I don't know if my body was tolerating it or what, but it got to where it wasn't working. And so I've tried 3 or 4 times to get a hold of my psychiatrist and get an appointment. My counselor / therapist, whatever you want to call him, that I see for treatment, has tried to put in a message to her a couple times. So I basically just left the house. I took the keys and I left. Scared my kids. They didn't know what happened, where I went, if I was coming back. They didn't even realize what was going on, just that I wasn't there all of a sudden. But I went to the ER. Actually, I went to a trooper barracks down the road and called the crisis line to talk to them. Some troopers and a sheriff showed up to take care of some other business that they had brought in. And one of the troopers came out, asked me if everything was all right. I kind of gave him a brief rundown, told him I was good to go for the moment. And a little bit later, the sheriff came out and talked to me a little bit while on the phone still, and then called my wife while I was with him, let her know what was going on. She was completely upset, and basically had him. I left the car there, had him drive me to the hospital, and the only way I could see the psychiatrist is if I admitted myself. And which I wasn't wanting to do. I just wanted to talk to somebody that could help me. And so I sat there for 3 or 4 days, and after day 2 they finally admitted me, but they didn't have any beds, so I had to sit there in a holding, and then to the CSU, it's like crisis something unit, which is a secondary holding, call it upgraded. Instead of a padded no window door that's that's held on by magnets, you have an actual door to your cell. The cell's twice the size, so you had a little bit more freedom. You could walk around in the common area, but I basically just sat myself. I just sat in there and didn't watch TV, didn't do anything. You can't have your phone or anything. Just sat there and just let it all roll around in my head for 4 days. It wasn't until after I talked to the psychiatrist, and then I talked to my wife later in the night, and kids were not handling it well at all. Everybody was breaking down physically because of the added stress of having to take over my jobs there. and late nights and stuff like that. Come to find out, this is the big thing. Come to find out, my horse, Annie, the same day, same afternoon, because my wife went down to feed just after I left, not realizing that I had left. She thought I went to the barn. And Annie was down. Annie wasn't well. Like, at all. And I guess it wasn't until, like, later in the night or morning that she finally got back up. And it was almost like on par with my mental stability, even though I wasn't even there. So I swear, that horse is my emotional support animal, like legit. Too bad she can't be my service horse. She definitely feels it. She was definitely happy when I came back. I gave her a treat, and last night I went to feed her, and she was licking my. I've never had a horse lick my hand before. A cow lick my hand. I've never had a horse lick my hand. I know she was just looking for the treat, but still, you know, it's that trust. And just let me just rub on her face and stuff. So she really is like my little stability animal, all freaking 1,100 pounds of her. So I'm doing better. He okayed the amount of meds I was taking and added some more to help me, not necessarily sleep more, but sleep better with the short time that I get. I took it night before last after I got out. And I didn't take it last night because I had to be up early. As you can see in the back, I run around getting feed. This is actually my second trip. And so I'm doing better. We're working through things. Hopefully I'll get a call because the crisis line put in a consult. I believe this is the second one they've done for me because it's the second time I've called them for my psychiatrist. So hopefully they'll get on the ball there. If not, I'm going to use my Medicaid and see what they've got. Because I'm tired of waiting. I gotta have someone that I can reach out to in a fairly decent, you know, reasonable amount of time. And just gonna keep trucking. Really gonna just keep trucking. I'm gonna look into possibility of a psychiatric service dog through them, or the VA. It's gotta be accredited so the VA will pay for the insurance and the well-being of the dog, and we don't have to put anything out of pocket. So I'm gonna look into that too. Just, you know, some of the things that are going on. Busting my back. My back is all jacked from those beds, and I'm beating my body all to hell. I really am. But stuff's gonna get done. I'm working on the pump house again. I've got about a third of the second level on. And try to work on it. I won't be able to work on it today because I'm working on making a barrier on our loft to keep new doggies off of it. They like to climb up there and look down on us. And if it's not safe for them, so we're going to put a blocker up for them. So I got the pieces cut for that yesterday. But yeah, as far as like the gaming front, I am trying to at least keep things moving. Warships is slow. Apparently not very many people on late at night anymore. I'm like on average waiting for like 2 or 3 minutes at even at top tiers for a match. Maybe I need to drop tiers, I don't know. And so I just play like one game and get off. Trying out First Descendants and Space Haven, and we'll see where that takes us. May poke around a few other things. Money is super tight, which brings me to another thing. Those usually who like to subscribe on Twitch and stuff like that, look at My Giving Circle. They now have the option to donate directly to us. Not only does all that money go to us, but it also gives us votes. It adds to your free weekly vote. It's like every $25 is 25 votes. I don't know if it does it for a lesser amount. Don't care. If you want to send it to us through there, anything that you do on there boosts our viewage. period, which is instrumental, has been wonderful. So that's another avenue. I'll put the link in the description. I'll put a link in the description below. Yes. Anyway, I got to get out of here. I got to get back to the house so we can get rolling for the day. I hope everybody's doing well. If anyone's having any issues, feel free to reach out to me, because as you know, I go through them all the time. So we can fight them together. Y'all got me on contacts here. If you need, I'll give you my cell phone number. I don't care. I'd rather help you fight the battles together, man. So y'all take care, and I will catch y'all as soon as I can.